Caesar, you did a Mazza still, did a Mazza still, did a Mazza still, did a Mazza still.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to MazzaProductions, and today we've got a beginning of a new series. We're kickstarting it YouTube based, but it's just a tier list series where we rank stuff within, I guess it'll be more commonly boxing. So today we're going with YouTube boxing matches. To kick it off, we've got Rossi versus Momo, straight into trash. Absolute embarrassment, but it probably worked for both of them. Like the Fortnite dances and stuff went viral, so I mean they done numbers, which was probably the aim. Then we're going to chuck both of Fusi's stuff in trash as well, because I mean he is just trash, isn't he? The slim one, maybe as it was an actual event, could maybe go meh push, but in terms of the actual fight, it was dog shit. Like there's probably better sparring sessions out there from people that don't even box. So yeah, I'm going to stick both of them in never heard of it. I mean, I obviously knew the fights because they were both on the KSI versus Joe Weller undercard, but I don't remember them, so I'm just going to stick them in never heard of it, because they're just not relevant. Like no one remembers them really, do they? No, I wouldn't even be able to tell you who won. In trash, I'm going to put a Neeson Gibb versus Max in there, because the actual standard of fighting was absolutely awful. Gibb got the win and showcased it, but it wasn't a great performance and it wasn't a great opponent. So yeah, I'm going to stick it in trash. I'm going to put Halal Ham in trash as well. I would put it on trash with multiple H's, but I'm just going to stick it in trash because they did both stand there and bang. So fair play to them. It was a proper all-out slugfest. I'm also going to stick Scarce and Raka in there, just simply because the matchup. Raka weren't a bad boxer, and he with a better opponent he'd definitely climb up the list, but because of the opponent wasn't there to fight, it weren't worthwhile. And then if we go up to meh, I've got Jake Paul versus Neeson Gibb. I think it was probably the best boxing performance we've seen from a YouTuber, but because it was so short, I don't know, it was a good finish. I'm going to stick it in meh. I think if it went a couple rounds in the same way, then it'd go good or great, because it was a good performance from Jake. I've got JMX versus Mike Fox in that as well, because it was quite an entertaining fight. I think the fact Mike Fox started the better made it quite entertaining to watch. I'm also going to stick Jake Paul versus Joe Weller in there, as it was only sparring, so it can't really go much higher. I've got JMX versus Coach Richard, Joe Weller versus KSI, and Face Sensei versus Overflowing Good. Mainly for the performances, they're all very genuinely good fights. So yeah, I've got Logan versus KSI and Jake Paul versus Deji in the great tier. Two very good fights and very shaping, monumental for YouTube boxing history. If we go God tier, I've got KSI Logan 1, Joe Weller versus Theo Baker, and simply because they were such huge fights. And then Theo Baker versus Joe was obviously very pivotal. And then Neeson Gibb versus Jay, it was an absolute slugfest. It was brilliant. The punch record for that night was in that fight, so it shows how good it was. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, so I'm just going to leave the finish list up on the screen if you want to take a closer look at it. If you do enjoy this style of content, please be sure to let us know. In the future we'll get some more in. But yeah, it's going to be the end of the video, obviously, so thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out all our socials. I'll just flash them up on the screen there. They're also in the links down below in the description. There's a lot of behind the scenes footage and planning that goes up on there. So yeah, it's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, guys, and peace.